Dear students, welcome to another video tutorial on programming concept using C. And today's topic is scope rules in C programming. Okay. So before starting, I want to introduce myself. Myself, Niladri Shekhar Paul. I am working as an assistant professor at Computer Science and Engineering Department at Greater Kolkata College of Engineering and Management. The college is under GIS Group Educational Initiative and the college is situated at Baruipur. Now, today's topic is scope rules in C. Okay, so a scope in C is basically a region, okay, of the program where the defined variable can have its existence and beyond that variable cannot be accessed. Okay, so basically scope defines the region of visibility or availability for a variable, okay, and out of which we cannot reference that variable. There are the following three places to declare variables in C. Number one is inside the function or in a block, which is also called as local variable. The second one is in the definition of function parameters, which is called as formal parameters. And the third one, we can define it outside of all the functions, okay, which is also called as global variables. In C programming, scope of an identifier is the part of the program, okay, where the identifier may directly be accessible. C scope rules tells rules of the scope of a variable, okay, that what is the scope of that variable, okay. Next, for example, local scope, global scope, or just a formal parameters. Okay. So we can say that since a main program could contain many functions, and in fact a function can contain other functions, that is nested functions, one may can ask different questions like could a function use a variable declared in the main program, or anyone may ask could a main program use a variable declared in one of its functions. So the scope rules answer these questions. In fact, scope rules tells us if an entity is visible or accessible at certain places. Okay. Thus, places where an entity can be accessed or visible is referred to the scope of that entity. Okay. So, if the scope of any variable is local, then it can only be accessible locally. Okay. For example, if a variable is declared inside a function, okay, then the scope of that variable is only in that function. It means that outside that function there is no any variable of that name until a new variable is defined with the same name. Okay. And if the scope of any variable is global, then the variable can be accessible from the whole program or can universally be accessible. Okay. And in case of formal parameters, it is just like a local variable, okay, that can be only known to that function. So if we want to use the same variable throughout the whole program from one function to the other and from one place to other, then we will use the global variable. That means that we define the variable globally and the scope of the variable is global. Now come to the local variable. Now what is local variable? Okay, basically we have different types of variables. Okay, So what is local variable? Basically variable that is declared inside a function or block of code are called local variables. Okay, they can be accessed only inside that function or block of code. Okay, and we can say that local variables are not available to the outside functions. Okay, so local variables are the variables, okay, that are declared inside a block, okay, or a function. Since the variable declared and used locally, so that it is called as local variable. Okay. The third point is local variables can only be used inside a block or a function where the variables are declared. Okay, so outside that function or block, it becomes unknown and it will be destroyed after exiting that function or block. Okay, so if we want to use a variable only for limited time or only for some specific purpose, okay, or only for some place or in some function or in some block, then simply use the local variable. If we enter the function or block where the variable is declared, then that variable will works on, okay, and destroyed automatically after going out from the function or block. Okay, so local variables are the variables that is declared inside a block or a main function. Okay, since the variable declared and used locally, so that it is called as a local variables. And the third point is local variables can only be used inside a block or a function, okay, where the variables are declared. Outside that function or block, it becomes unknown and it will be destroyed after exiting that function or block. Okay, so if we want to use a variable only for limited time or only for some specific purpose or only for some place or in some function or in some block, then simply use the local variable. Okay, so if we enter that function or block where the variable is declared, then that variable works and destroyed automatically after going out from that function or block. Okay, so now we'll do a C program, okay, of where we have used the local variables. Okay, so in this program we will basically discuss or will show you how to declare local variables or which variables are being defined as a local variable. Okay, so let's do the C program. So this is our C editor. We'll go to the file, new, and then the source file option. Okay, so first we will take the header files. Okay, that is hash include stdio.h. Okay, this is basically the header file. This is standard input output header file. Okay, and the hash include is basically the preprocessor directive. Okay, so we will discuss this about this preprocessor directives in our later tutorial. Okay, so now we will just discuss what is basically the stdio.h. This is the header file. Basically we use header files because all the library functions, okay, are defined within this header files. Okay, so if we want to use those header library functions in our C program, then we must have to include this header files. Okay, next we will take another header files, that is conaio.h. Okay, hash include conaio.h. Okay, this is console input output. Okay, this is console input output. Next, we will take the main function, that is int main. Okay, basically a C program must contain this main function. Okay, because any program will start executing from this main function. Okay, now we'll take a variable int a. Okay, now I am putting the value of a as 10. Okay, so I am initializing the value of a as 10. Okay, next we will print it. Okay, so printf /n. Okay, so we can write that outer. Okay, before a. Okay, and the value will be percentage d. Okay, comma the value of a will be printed. Okay, so this is the value of a will be printed before the condition. Okay, now we'll take a condition. Okay, if a is the value of a is 10. Okay, so within the if loop we will take another variable a. Okay, and now the value of a will be initialized as 9. Okay, and here in printf we can write that this one was outer. Okay, and this is inner. Okay, so this will be inner a. Okay, so inner a, the value will be percentage d. Okay, and the value of a will be printed. Okay, and outside it. Okay, so printf /n, we can write that outer, and this is after. Okay, the previous one was before and this is after. Okay, so outer after, the value of a will be percentage d and the value of a will be printed. Okay, so let's save the program first. Save as. Okay, suppose I'm saving it as local.c. Okay, so now I'm executing it. Then we will discuss about this. Okay, okay. So as you can see that before this one, after. Okay, so here is some problem. I think so we can do this one. There was an error. Okay, so checking error is a vital part. Okay, doing program there may be some error. Okay, but to check where the error is, it is the best part. Okay, so as you can see that the value of a is 10 here and here is also 10, but in inner part the value of a is 9. Okay, so this is basically the local variable. Here a has been used as local, and in these two cases, in these two outer cases, a has been used as global variable or not local variable. Okay, so this is the basically funda of local variable. Okay, so as you can see that we have first within the main function we have declared a variable a. Okay, that means the scope of this a variable is within this main function. Okay, so we can use anywhere this main function the value of a. Okay, so we have printed the value of a. Okay, and the value of a is 10, so that 10 will be printed here. Now there is a condition if a equal 10. Okay, if this satisfied, and obviously this will satisfy, and if this it will satisfy, then we will take another variable a. Okay, this is a local variable and we have initialized the value of a as 9. Okay, so inner value of a is 9. Okay, and outer or after is also a. Okay, so here the local variable will be printed, and here again, okay, the main a value of a, that is 10, will be printed. Okay, so this was the program, okay, where we have used the local variable. Okay, so I am again explaining the program. Here we have used first value of a is 10. Okay, so which is outside the if block, and on going into if block, that is local, we initialize the value of a as 9 after declaring it. So when we exit the if block, the value of a will be destroyed and holds the outer value, that is 10. Okay, so as you can see that in the output, that in the if loop the value of a was 9. Okay, after that again it becomes 10. So always keep in mind about this change. Okay, and local variables can be used by the local statements. Okay, only where they are declared, that is, the scope of that variable is local. Okay, that means the variable cannot be accessible from outside the blocks where they are declared. Variables becomes unknown outside the block since the scope of the variable is local. Only this is because a local variable only created upon entry to the block and destroyed automatically on exists. Okay, so whereas the scope of the global variable is throughout the program since it is created when the program starts execution and destroyed at the time when the program execution stops. Okay, so next we will discuss the global variable. Okay, so global variables can be accessed at any point throughout the program and can be used in any function. Okay, so its scope is basically global. There is a single copy of that global variable that is available. Okay, and global variables are defined outside of all the functions, usually on the top of the program. Okay, so global variables basically are the variables which are defined outside of a function, usually on top of the program, that is above the main program. Okay, global variables basically known throughout the program. Okay, global variables basically holds their values throughout the program. Okay, global variables also holds their values throughout the program. So the global variables are accessible, okay, throughout the program from outside the function or blocks to inside the functions or blocks. Okay, okay. So in short, we can access global variables from anywhere in our program. Okay, so in case if the name of the global variable and local variables will be same. Okay, before starting the program I want to say this point. Okay, this is very important one. Okay, so in case if the name of the global variable and local variable will be the same, okay, then basically the priority will first goes to the local variables. Okay, the priority of local variable is much than the global variable. Okay, as you can see, okay, in our previous program, that means first local variables will be used. Our global variables can be accessed by any functions or blocks. Okay, so now we'll do the C program. Okay, that will implement the global variables. Okay, so let's do the program. So this is our C editor. Okay, first we'll take the header files. As I told previously, that these header files are used because all the library functions are stored within this header files. Okay, so next is hash include kanaya.h. Okay. Next we will take the main function int main. Okay, so every C program must contain this main function. Okay, because because the main function is the main. Okay, that means the C program will start executing from this main function. Okay. So before main function, I want to write a variable. Okay, int count. This is a global variable. Okay, that is why I have written it is outside the main function. That means it can be used within the main and also outside the main. Okay. Next, we will take two variables or two functions. Okay, now I will take two functions. Okay, that will also I will take outside the main function. Okay, so I have declared two functions, void fun one. Okay, and there is no return type here. Okay, no parameter is there. Then I will take another variable function declare. Okay, and there is fun2, and this is also void. Okay, and this is the main function. Okay, so within the main function we'll take a variable, or we'll take the value of this count variable as 10. Okay, so now the value of count is 10. Okay, now we'll call the fun1 function. Okay, we'll define it later. Okay, so this is the main function. Okay, so outside the main function we will basically define the function 1. Okay, so within the function 1 we will call the function 2. Okay, so we have called it. Okay, so now we'll print the value of count. Okay, so printf slash n count equals to percentage t. Okay, so the value of count will be printed. Okay, next we will define the function 2. Okay, so that is void function 2, and the parameter is also void. Okay, and here we will take another variable int count. Okay, so this is basically the local variable. Okay, because we have defined it within the main, within a function. Okay, so now we'll for loop for count equals to 1, for count equals to 1. Okay, and the value of count is less than 5. Okay, and count is plus plus. Okay, so I'm taking a put care. Sorry. Okay, so we have defined our function also. Okay, function 2 also. Okay, so let's save the program and execute it. Okay, so as you can see that the value of count is 10. Okay, and here the 4 dot has been printed. Okay, because from 1 to 4. Okay, so this is the main function. Okay, here the value of count is 10. After that the function 1 will be called or executed. So this will come to this portion. So before function 1, the first statement is function 2 has been called. So it will come here. So 4 dotted will be printed. Okay, this is the function 2. Okay, so this function 2 has been executed. After that, this one is been executed. Okay, here the value of count has been printed, and the value of count is 10. Okay, so as you can see that here 4 dotted had been printed. Okay, so the count value of count has been started from 1. Okay, this was the C program of global variable. Okay, so the scope of the global variable is basically throughout the program. And if we declare and initialize the value to the variable with the same name, then local variable has the highest priority. Okay. So the value given to the variable inside the local block or functions will be holds that value until that block or functions closed. It means local variables will be created that hides the global variables, and it will be created upon the entry in the block and destroyed at exit from the block or functions. Okay? So a program can have same name for local and global variables, but the value of a local variable inside a function will take preference. Okay, so this was the program of global variable. Okay, hope you have understood it. Now we'll discuss how to initializing local and global variables. When a local variable is defined, it is not initialized by the system. Okay, you must have to initialize it by yourself. Global variables are basically initialized automatically by the system when we define them, okay, as follows. Okay, so this is the initial values of character is null. Okay, and for int it is 0, for float it is 0, for double is also 0, and for pointer it is also null. Okay, so students, hope you have understood about this local and global variables. If you have any doubt, any query regarding this local and global variables or how to declare them, okay, you can free to write on the comment section. Okay, or if you have any doubt, any query, you can also write on my Facebook page. Okay, if you have liked my videos, you can subscribe to my channel or you can like my Facebook page also. Okay, so students, thank you for now. See you in the next video tutorial.